Welcome to the Animal Crossing New Horizons Guide to June. This is the 6th in what is 12 videos to guide you into making the most out of every month of the year in Animal Crossing New Horizons. We'll discuss all the different creatures that can be caught, events that will happen, and birthdays that will be celebrated. Keep in mind that this video is being made in May of 2021, and there are plenty of updates to come that might introduce content that's not covered in this video. But without further ado, let's get into it. Throughout the entire month of June, you can decorate a wedding photo shoot for Reese and Cyrus. Take advantage of all the new and returning wedding furniture. All the pieces from last year are there, with 7 new wedding-themed items available as well. You can get these new items through Nook Shopping and the Able Sisters as well. On the 4th Saturday of June is the very first bug-off of the year. Flick will be stationed at your plaza with the challenge of catching the most bugs that you can within 3 minutes. The rewards from this event seem to be the same as last year, but don't worry if you don't get them all this time. There will be 3 more bug-offs after this, with one in July, August, and September as well. Father's Day is celebrated in Animal Crossing New Horizons with a couple of dad-themed items. These are the Thank You Dad mug and the Thank You Dad apron. Hopefully you get a little bit more creative with your gifts for your dad, with actual Father's Day being Sunday, June 20th. The summer solstice will take place between June 15th and June 21st, and you can pick up the summer solstice crown from Nook Shopping during these dates. June 1st to the 15th will have some more seasonal items from Nook Shopping for the International Children's Day. You can pick up the handmade cape and the handmade crown during these dates. From May 21st to June 21st is Gemini season. Watch your skies for shooting stars and use the star fragments that you earn to craft a Gemini closet, which you can learn from Celeste. From June 22nd to July 22nd, you can pick up some Cancer fragments. Talk to Celeste and learn the recipe for a Cancer table that you can build with the fragments that you earn. The following villagers all celebrate their birthday in the month of June in order from the 1st to the 30th. Keaton, Lucy, Filbert, Renee, Cammerfrog, Rattle, Zell, Peanut, Alfonso and Sid, Walker, Pudge, Bettina, Scoot, Pippi, Maple, Roscoe, Tangy and Spike, Cookie, Sally, Graham, Sydney, Jacques, Tammy, Bluebear, Drake, Marina, Dina, Kid, Mary, and Broccolo and Weber. "55 fish are available this month, which is almost 70% of all the fish available in your critterpedia. While it'd be great to go over all 55, let's only worry about the 14 new fish that are arriving and the 2 that will be leaving at the end of June. Let's start with those 2. One of the 2 fish leaving this month is the cherry salmon. It only spawns in the high elevation rivers on your island, these being level 2 and above. It's also only caught in the evening to early morning hours. It shares the same spawning condition as the other fish leaving this month. The char. Everything about it is the same as the cherry salmon, except for the fact that it's quite a bit more rare. Bring plenty of bait to your rivers for these fish. That's all the fish leaving this month. Now for the ones that are arriving. A large pond fish is the giant snakehead. It's available in the morning to afternoon hours and sells for a good amount of bells. The tilapia will start spawning in your rivers pretty commonly and will stay there until October. You'll find them pretty often and at all times of the day as well. The fierce piranha is a small river fish that sells for a good amount of bells. It's available at most times of the day, but is quite uncommon, so keep an eye out for it. One of the many expensive fish arriving this month is the arowana. It's a large, very rare river fish that you'll find in the later hours of your island. Tied for the most expensive fish in the game is the Dorado. It's the same size as a sea bass, but you'll only be seeing them in your rivers and also in the later hours of the day. Along with the giant snakehead, the gar is another great fish to get in your ponds. It's quite large and difficult to catch, but worth it for its high selling price. The arapaima is a monster of a fish that you can find in your rivers. Given its size, it's only accurate that it sells for 10,000 bells, considering how lucky you would have to be to get one of these. Late at night, you should try catching a saddled beeshear in your rivers. It's quite rare and can be easily confused for the less valuable fish such as a black bass, but be sure to catch one as they do sell for a decent amount. The ribbon eel is a unique fish given the fact that it's only one of 2 fish in the game that has the thin shadow shape. They'll be easy to spot in your oceans all day, but they don't sell for very much. One of 4 sharks arriving this month is the saw shark. Like most of the sharks, it only spawns in the nighttime to morning hours and sells for a lot of money. The lowest selling price of a shark in the game is the hammerhead shark. Don't let that keep you from catching it though. Despite being the cheapest, it still sells for 8,000 bells. The great white shark is another fish that's tied for the highest selling creature in the game. At 15,000 bells, it's the best shark you can catch and one that you have until September to get as well. The only shark that's available in the daytime hours is the whale shark. Watch for any fins in your water whilst the sun is out and catch yourself one of these giant fish. The disappointment of all disappointments is the suckerfish. They'll disguise themselves as shark, but if you're unlucky enough to catch one of these, you can still sell it for 1,500, which is fine, I guess. Lots of bugs available in May as well, with 48 of them available to be caught. There are 6 new bugs spawning this month, but there are also 8 leaving after June, so let's go over the 14 bugs that are of the highest priority. You should have caught a common butterfly by now, but if you haven't, then make sure you do so before June is over. Same thing with the yellow butterfly. They're everywhere, all the time, and easy to get, so pick one up now before it's too late. The last butterfly leaving is the peacock butterfly. It's pretty uncommon and spawns only around black, purple, and blue flowers. Be sure to have some hybrids around your island. So, the firefly is a little weird. It's both leaving this month and arriving as well. June is the only month that it spawns, so look out for them hanging out over your rivers. Be sure to catch one before July, or else you'll have to wait a whole nother year. Pick up a ladybug from your flowers before June is over, as they won't be back until October. Make sure you have a stump or 2 on your island to allow the violin beetle to spawn. They're available all day and should be pretty easy to find if you have enough stumps laying around. Hiding in your rocks will be the pillbug. Keep an eye out for these little guys and make sure you pick one up before the month is over. Another bug hiding in your rocks will be the centipede. As opposed to the pillbug, you'll only find these in the evening hours of your island, and pretty commonly too. Now, onto the bugs arriving this month. The nocturnal emperor butterfly starts spawning and is a good source of income if you're hanging around Nook Miles Islands at night. The drone beetle, to put it bluntly, is a pest. They're everywhere and not worth very much. Catch one from the museum and never catch them again would be my advice. What is worth your time, however, is the Goliath beetle. They'll be spawning on your palm trees starting in June and are one of many valuable bugs that spawn there. Most of them will start spawning next month, though. Another valuable bug is the rainbow stag. They'll be a pretty rare bug, but worth catching for their high selling price and decent availability. The mole cricket left last month, but to make up for that, the equally annoying mosquito will start spawning. It has a distinct buzzing that will make them easy to spot, not that there's really a shortage of them. June brings us 24 deep-sea creatures, 5 new ones begin to appear, and 3 will be gone once July rolls around. Let's go over the 8 sea creatures that are the most important. The chambered nautilus is a decently valuable deep-sea creature. Make sure you catch one, as they won't be back until September if you don't. A nighttime catch is the firefly squid. They'll be gone until March of next year if you don't get one now, but luckily it shouldn't take you too long to get. The most difficult of the 3 creatures leaving will be the lobster. It's large and fast, but expensive if you already have one donated to the museum and can afford to sell one. Sea grapes will start infesting your waters starting in June, and I say infested because of how common they are. You'll probably get real tired of them real quick. Diving at night will eventually net you a mussel. It's a small, slow-moving creature that's not really worth a whole lot either. The abalone is a decently valuable creature at 2,000 bells and won't take you too long to catch either. They'll also be available until January. Found all day until November is the Gazami crab. They're another decent sell if you can manage to get one, which shouldn't be too hard. Finally, the tiger prawn is a late night to early morning benthic creature that is available until September. Thank you for watching the latest edition of my Animal Crossing monthly guides. If you're looking to catch up on previous months, then you can do so with the playlist that you see here. Thanks for the support on the channel as always. I promise I'll continue to make the best content I can. Look for more Animal Crossing content on my Twitch channel over at twitch.tv/Dagnall, where I'm live 6 days a week at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. But that's all for now. Have a good June, and I'll see you again in July.